Hey guys, and welcome back to Beat 'em Up Joes. It is Thursday evening. I'm a little bit lost, but sorry that I did not do WarioWare Wednesday last night. I just was not feeling up to it. So if you were looking forward to that this week, I do apologize. We will be back playing more WarioWare next week. But tonight we're going to be streaming some Super Nintendo with Retro Achievements. If you don't know Retro Achievements by now, it's retroachievements.org. They offer emulators that add achievements to your retro games. They do Super Nintendo, NES. They've just started adding some arcade game stuff that I've been playing this week, and I think it's just this week that I've been playing this arcade game stuff. But there's a lot of stuff there. There's Genesis. There's Game Boy Advance. It's really cool. Check out retroachievements.org. Really cool stuff. I know achievements aren't really the coolest thing anymore, but I really dig that we have them in our old games now. And yes, it's emulation, but emulation has gotten to a point on most of these consoles that it's pretty close. I mean, there are some things that are a little bit off, like Final Fight is one thing that comes to mind where the game actually runs a little bit better than it does on the actual hardware. So there's few little things that will catch you off here and there, but for the most part, these emulators are, of the highest quality that is available to us. The Super Nintendo using SNES 9X, which is, probably the most stable Super Nintendo emulator out there. But, enough about Retro Achievements. We'll look at some more of that when we start playing the games. One thing that I wanted to share with you guys before we started, I shared on Monday my pickups that I had gotten last week. And there was one game that I was still waiting on that actually came in today. And that is this guy right here. Mario is Missing. This is another one of those Software Toolworks edutainment Mario games. And I believe this is the second one that they made. Mario's Time Machine and this guy, I think these are the only two that they made. But there are like Mario's Early Years, Fun with Letters and Numbers and that sort of thing. There's a few of those. I think there's 3 of those that I still need to get. But I've completed these 2. These are the ones that I've played. They're not great games, but we're probably going to look at them a little bit tonight. But we're just going to play some Super Nintendo games. Some Mega Man X, one of my absolute favorites on the Super Nintendo. We're going to play some X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. The Ninja Warriors, which is one that is still eluding me right now. But I'm looking into picking that guy up very soon if I can find it at a decent price. And also some Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. That's one I'm really looking to grab soon. But let's just jump into this. Let me move my camera over where the screen is, move the screen where it's supposed to be, and we'll play some Super Nintendo with Retro Achievements. So give me just a moment here. Whoop! And I've got the chat box on the screen there down below me, or down below me when I get over here. That will be down below me here. So definitely chat it up, and you'll actually be able to see that on your screen, so you don't have to, go back and forth and junk. And it's really nice for me because I can just look over at my screen and see it. So that's really nice for me as well. But give me just a second here. I've actually got to fix that aspect ratio there on my screen. So give me just a moment here. It had gotten out of whack somehow. Computers, dude, I'm not the biggest fan of the computers. Not the biggest fan of the computers. And it's funny because I do, I mess with this stuff, so it's kind of like, well, alright, we're going to edit transform, get this in the corner that I want it in, and I believe this guy is going to be about 800, give or take. It's a little too wide. We're going to preserve our aspect ratio as good as possible for this overlay. Let's actually go down to about 600. Yeah, that's a little bit closer to where we want to be. But we're going to preserve this aspect ratio just as much as we can. I do actually prefer the 16:9 aspect ratio, but you know, I'm weird. If you guys have been here a while, you know that I'm a little bit weird about this stuff. I'm a little bit more used to widescreen formats by this point, and you know, I kind of get into what I get into. This is the arcade stuff that I was talking about. They just added some Capcom stuff to Retro Achievements, so definitely check that out for, you know, arcade stuff. Turtles in Time does not have achievements because it's not a Capcom Play System game, so, but that was just there because I was messing with it. But here's the Super Nintendo games we're going to play tonight. I've got Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Mario is Missing, Mario's Time Machine. I picked both of those up very recently. We saw my box for Mario's Missing. I still need a manual for that and whatever inserts might have came in that guy. I think there may be some pretty interesting inserts in Mario is Missing, so that's going to be a little bit weird, I think, trying to find that stuff, but we'll see if we can pull it off. Mortal Kombat 2, I'm looking for this guy as well. I'm actually working with a buddy of mine to grab a copy of that here pretty soon. Sorry, I was reading your comments. There's my buddy Jason. No, I didn't get a copy of Battletoads. I'm looking for it, dude. I'm really kind of bummed. Thanks for joining me, dude. Let me get the chat up on my phone, actually, because I don't think I can read that, and I don't think you guys either, and that's kind of a bummer. But I'm still new at this stuff, guys, so bear with me. At times, this is a little strange. Yeah, I'm still looking for one of those guys, so I'm a little bit, you know, out of legality with Battletoads right now. Ninja Warriors is another one that I'm really looking for right now, if I can get it at a good price. We've got Super Smash TV on here, another one of my absolute favorites when it comes to Super Nintendo. We've got X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. This is a really cool Capcom, like, side-scrolling, single-plane beat-em-up. It's really cool. It's a lot like your, like, X-Men Children of the Atom and, you know, X-Men versus Street Fighter, the way the game is composed. Thanks, dude. I'm still working on this layout, but still working out the kinks. I can't read that chat, and I don't know if you guys can either, but you know, I'll get that worked out. But I do like the arcade cabinet. I've thought about doing a television for this, you know, console stuff, and you guys will see that in just a minute. But wait till you see what I was able to do with the screen once we get into a game. It's really cool. One of the main reasons that I really enjoy RetroArch for this. Did I get my Mega Man X? I sure didn't. Give me a second, guys, here. I believe it's still in my downloads, actually, so I'm gonna have to run through that. But RetroArch actually has some really cool visual filters that they use, and one of them has like this CRT geometry, and it looks really cool, and you guys will get to check that out once I get in here. But I think I grabbed my Mega Man X that time. We've got Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut because that's one I'm never going to be able to afford. Me and Jason were talking about that just the other day. We were talking about some Clay Fighter. But I saw that guy and how ridiculously expensive it is, and I said, oh my gosh. So I decided to play it for a little bit. But let's play some Mega Man X to start things off because I really like Mega Man X. And once this gets going, you'll get to see that CRT geometry that I was talking about. It's really cool stuff. Yeah, way too expensive, dude. But as you can see, my screen is you know, curved like a CRT, and I think it looks great. I'm really happy with this. It runs a little hitchy, but I think that's something that I can figure out. It's nothing that I'm super worried about for the time being. So, dude, you know what I didn't do? I didn't sign into Retro Achievements. My apologies, guys. Let me sign in right quick, because you have to be signed in to gain achievements. That's the way they track this stuff. Beat. Thanks for joining me, dude. You're awesome, Jason. And if you guys watch my channel, you guys will know that he actually supplied my theme song that I use, and I'll be using that on breaks. I'll play a little clip of some Final Fight that has the music that he offered me on there. Yeah, the scan lines look good. There's one that does like a VCR like static reel that actually looks pretty good, and I'll show you that. It's a little weird. I haven't got it completely polished where I want it, so I haven't been using it, but I'll turn it on. It actually looks pretty cool. I wish they had like just a roving scan line, you know, like scan lines actually look, but it doesn't look like they actually have anything like that. Which is kind of a bummer, but you know, maybe if enough people want that sort of thing, they'll do it. But you know, scan lines are kind of a weird thing, because like, yeah, we remember it, but it was never really that way. But it looks cool. It does. So let's see if we can restart this and see if it'll show me as signed in and show me that I've got achievements coming. Dude, this is dumb. Alright, run. Alright, we're logged in now. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, dude. Alright, so let's actually play some Mega Man X now. Super Mario World? Yeah, that's good stuff too, dude. I have been thinking about just doing a long Super Mario play. Super Mario World. Just like showing off, you know, all the secrets that I know and stuff like that. That everybody knows at this point. But I think Super Mario World would be great on its own, so I'm kind of saving that. I've done it a little bit. If you've seen my Super Nintendo Classic Edition stream that I did play quite a bit of Super Mario World there, but I'd like to do, you know, like a long format deal with Super Mario World. But like I said, it's a little hitchy, but I think it's something that I could figure out at some point. You got to use that invulnerability. There's a guy that I watch stream this that's like one of the better Mega Man X speedrunners that like just does an awesome job of getting through this stuff, and that's where I actually learned that trick from. That way you don't have to fall down the pit and climb out. It saves you a lot of time, and that's where I learned that trick. But that guy's name is Caleb Hart. That dude's an awesome Mega Man X speedrunner, and he has a few exploits that I haven't like completely figured out how he does them. But I picked that one up, and I was like, oh yeah, I've got to start using that. I haven't completely figured out how he uses cars either, because he uses these cars, and but I haven't completely figured out how that works yet. Yeah, Caleb Hart's awesome, dude. And as far as I know, he's like one of the top, if not the tops, as far as Mega Man X speedruns go. What is up, Brandon? Thanks for joining me, dude. Brandon, this is my buddy Jason. Jason's been a really cool dude ever since I started collecting SNES. I've done a lot of my deals with Jason, and I've got one coming up in the next few days. And Jason, this is my old friend Brandon. We were friends from, like 5-6 years old, dude. So it's really cool to have you dudes here. But that Vile fight, as you guys know, is unwinnable. It's like the Ridley fight at the beginning of Super Metroid. You just let him take you out. Here's my man Zero. Man, I had the biggest man crush on Zero when I was young playing this game. I thought Zero was the coolest. My boss order is Chill Penguin, Flame Mammoth. Then from Flame Mammoth, you go back through Chill Penguin, grab some stuff. Then you go to what the flip is his name? You do the electric dude. Then you go through Armored Armadillo. Armored Armadillo takes out Launch Octopus. You take Launch Octopus through the Chameleon dude. Then you take his homing missiles, or his... no, I've got it wrong. You go through Boomer Kerwanger first from Launch Octopus. Then you take his boomerangs to the Chameleon, Sting Chameleon. And then Sting Chameleon takes out Storm Eagle. And that's my boss order. You do Storm Eagle second? That's interesting. I know everybody's got their own way of playing this, but I've kind of honed this down to that's the way I play. But I suck at Sigma, dude. The Sigma stages kick my ass. So a lot of times I'll just play through the 8 bosses. Ah, you stupid rabbit. Silly rabbit. But no, this has always been one of my favorite SNES games. I remember the first time I played this. I was a pretty big Mega Man Capcom fan to begin with. And then I saw this game and I was like, oh, what is this? It's beautiful. The upgrade system is so much fun. Even knowing where everything's at, it's still a lot of fun. And, it's just always been one of my absolute favorites. The soundtrack freaking rocks. You can get a freaking Hadoken as X. It's the shit, dude. Yeah, I do the Hadoken. We were just talking about that. Yeah, Sigma stages screw me. I might have a good night tonight, but we'll probably just play through the 8 bosses and move on to something else. But I'll definitely try Sigma stages. Alright, now we got the Dash Boots. This is definitely one of my favorite upgrades. I always liked the slide, but I think the Dash Boots are quite a bit cooler. Being a little bit hitchy like this, it's kind of throwing me off just a little bit, but nothing major. It's what you get when you screw with computers. Those invulnerability frames are the best thing. This soundtrack is freaking fantastic, dude. And I mean, like, these Capcom 90s era soundtracks were just awesome as it is. So, this is our Chill Penguin. This is going to be our first achievement. It's going to be X-Buster. We'll get an achievement for that. We'll get an achievement for busting the Chill Penguin, and also for not taking any damage if we're lucky. We should be able to do this damage free, but there's also an achievement for that. Unless he does something stupid and gets me screwed. What's up, Bubba? Ah. I love you, sweetheart. I'm sorry you don't feel good. Son's a little under the weather. His tummy's hurting. He's not feeling too great. So, good wishes for him. Yeah, so we'll get those 3 achievements for that. We'll get, you know, beating him. We'll get X-Buster only, and also no damage. Oh, our achievement's not popping. You jerk faces. Okay, there it goes. And no damage. So there we go. You got shotgun eyes, or whatever. Mega Man X is another one of my big favorites. I mean, dude, Mega Man X4 is another one of my big favorites. That was the first time you could really play as Zero. I don't count X3. I've never played a lot of 2 and 3, but I played a lot of X4, dude. Played a lot of X4. And that Black Armor X, that's just the best, man. So we got an achievement for first heart container. Ah! This is one of my favorite spots in this game. Yeah! I don't know, I just think it's fun to do that sort of stuff. I just have a lot of fun moving X around. It's just the speed and the upgrades. It's just a lot of fun. You know, what a video game really should be. You know, like, just having fun. Playing. Like, I always talk about Mario 64 and how much you can make your own fun in that game. And you're just, you know, doing the butt stomps and the flips and the wall kicks. Like, that's the kind of stuff I like. Ah, you sucker. X5 was good too. Yeah, the achievement system is friggin' awesome. Like I was saying at the top of this show, that's at retroachievements.org. They provide emulators for, you know, like NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy Advance, that have emulators baked in. I mean, achievements baked into them. It's the coolest thing, dude. And I mean, yeah, while I am a collector and I love original hardware, this stuff is cool. Like, I can envision a time when someone could maybe make like a X-Band type peripheral for the Super Nintendo that provides internet access and provides these achievements. That would be sweet, dude. I mean, I feel like is fairly possible, but, you know, I almost lost that no damage. Yeah, so no damage on him as well, so we'll get those 3 achievements for him. Dude, Mega Man 11, I'm just glad that it's finally happening, and that, you know, Capcom hasn't forgotten about Mega Man. But I'm glad that it's happening, but it does look a little goofy to me, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, his run animation looks goofy. Fire is one of my favorite weapons in this game. It just, like, takes people out real good. And if you'll notice, my talking isn't working. Kind of tongue-tied. But no, the Fire Wave is a good weapon in this game. As well as the Storm Tornado is another one of mine that I really like. Got some Ninja Gaiden jumps there. And I always go back to saying Ninja Gaiden, because that's what we always said as a kid, but, like, you know, there are times that I'm like, Ninja Gaiden. But I believe it is Ninja Gaiden. But those are awesome games as well. Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, very expensive for the Super Nintendo. I would love to have it, but not anytime soon, dude. I'm picking up my commons and stuff first, and then I'll go back for some of the more expensive stuff. Alright, so now we can do whatever this dude's name is. Spark Mandrill. Yeah, Mega Man Classic series has never really done it for me either. I don't know what it is, but, you know, I liked them when that was what we knew about Mega Man, but after X hit, it was like, yeah, I don't need anything other than X. And that's evidenced by the fact that I don't even play X2 and 3. Like, they hardly existed to me. So, oh, I knew that was coming too, dude. I could never speedrun this game. I can play it pretty competently, but I could never speedrun this game. Slow down. Ah, screwing me up, dude. So there's death 1. I need my death timer up here like when I was playing Bloodborne. Now I don't have any flame ammo, so kind of screwed. But let's talk about KJ Inafune for a minute. You know, when we were growing up and, you know, like in high school and stuff, KJ Inafune was always thought of as the father of Mega Man, you know, and he was always the guy that we looked to, you know, that's the Mega Man dude, you know? What in the world happened to that guy if he was really the guy with boots on the ground as far as Mega Man goes? I don't think that story's true. I think he was a guy that worked on some Mega Man games, and he drew some pictures. Because otherwise, why does Mighty Number 9 suck so much? Or Mighty Number 8, or whatever the frickin' that thing called. Like, I don't think he's nearly who he's painted to be. but I don't know. And that other thing he did, Recore, that thing didn't go so well either. And I love how in the credits to these games, he credits himself as Ina King or some crap like that. Inafune King or whatever, you know. It may be so with the Storm Tornado. Storm Tornado is a pretty good weapon. But fire is pretty easy too. I just screwed up. Fire works out pretty well for me for the most part. And Storm Eagle is so easy with the Chameleon Sting that I don't think I ever screwed with him. Is what the deal is. You know, that Chameleon Sting just destroys Storm Eagle, so. Ah, why did I do that? You know, people get set in their ways, and especially me people. Hey, jerkface. Come on now. Learn your patterns. Play Punch-Out, dude. It is... I can't remember what boss changes this level either, but it breaks everything. Hey, I got an achievement for doing this before, Storm Eagle. So, looky there. No... I'm going to redo this because I want that no damage. I can't remember which one breaks this one either, but one of them breaks this level. It may be Launch Octopus. That would make sense, being water and electricity. You know, there's logic to this. But his weakness is super easy to use. There's a little bit of a rhythm to it, though. If you do it, see, dang it, man. Do I have, yeah. Who cares? But like I was saying, there's a little bit of a rhythm to it, because if you shoot too early, you won't get that freeze effect. Launch changes, that's right, launch does change chameleons. I don't know. I don't remember who. Maybe, shoot, I don't know, dude. So we only got the one achievement for him because we used a special weapon and we did get damaged because I'm dumb. But yeah, there is a little bit of a rhythm to that as much as it is easy. Okay, so we've got Spark. We can do Armored Armadillo now. Maybe it is Storm Eagle. Oh, that would make sense, dude, because the achievement for going to his level before beating Storm Eagle, that would make sense. We're learning things. This level is also really cool. I really like that launch off of that. Oh, come on. Why didn't he come out of his hole? Da-da-da. Ah, you stupid. It's been a little bit since I've played. I'm a little rusty. The soundtrack rocks, dude. Dude, you know what other soundtrack just absolutely kicks ass? Have you ever played Cadillacs and Dinosaurs? Dude, that soundtrack is awesome. Go back and watch my stream, or, you know, watch or look up the soundtrack. But, you know, the soundtrack to Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was awesome, man. And that was actually a pretty cool game. I love beat 'em ups, and that was actually a really cool game. There's one thing about Cadillacs and Dinosaurs that I did not like, and it was the fact that if you spent too long in a particular area, it would put a timer in your face, like, hey, hurry up and beat these guys. Like, even when you were fighting a boss. I thought that was super lame. But yeah, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is awesome. It's a, I think it was 93 Capcom arcade beat 'em up. It's really cool. Ah. Hey, jerkface. So now we got the easy. We got the easy. Dang it. Dang it, man. Oh, I'm just not even paying attention now. And I also played Ninja Baseball Batman recently. That is an awesome beat 'em up. The most bizarre thing that I've ever seen in my life. But it's actually a very competent, cool arcade beat 'em up game from, I believe it was 93 as well. Irem did that game. You know, the guys behind R-Type. So it's a really cool game, but really bizarre, dude. Ninja Baseball Batman. Look that guy up. I plan on doing a video about Ninja Baseball Batman here very soon in the near future. But it's strange, dude. But I'd love to start collecting some arcade games, but I've been looking at some of those guys, and oh my gosh, they're a little bit more than I want to pay for single games at the moment. I mean, they're not ridiculous. I found a Final Fight PCB, which is a Capcom Play System 1 game, so those are actual, you know, like motherboard type games. But that one was only $100, so that's not really too bad. But it's just not my where I'm at right now as far as collecting goes. Ah. Chain reaction. Domino effect. You know, this guy can screw me at times. See? Alright. But yeah, that guy can screw me at times. So that's our sub-tank. We filled the sub-tank. Ninja Baseball Batman. Weird game. It's good stuff. Hey dear, I love you. It's my wife. Being supportive. I appreciate you guys for being here too. You guys are awesome. Two of my best friends hanging out with me. Oh, I messed myself over there. My apologies. Alright. We gotta do this again? Really? Oh! Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I said, this guy can screw me at times. Alright. Man. That was kind of real dumb. She probably already is. I've been talking about the game non-stop for the last 3 days. Because I'd always heard about it, but I'd never gone and checked it out, you know. And when all this retro achievements stuff started happening with arcade games, I was like, oh, dude, I've got to check this out. And then I found Ninja Baseball Batman, and I was like, dude, I've been hearing about this for years and how I should play it if I like beat-em-ups. And it doesn't disappoint. It's a real competent beat-em-up. It's just really strange. But no, it has Tanukis in it. And if you know anything about the Tanuki, other than, you know, outside of Mario 3, it's very often depicted in, you know, Japanese folk tales and, you know, the art associated with as having this giant ball sack. So it's these raccoon-type creatures with these giant ball sacks. You know? I shit you not. Go look some of this stuff up, dude. It's the weirdest thing. But it's got Tanukis in this game, and they're bouncing around with their giant ball sacks, you know? And they go on this conveyor belt, and they get stamped into baseballs. Yeah, these baseballs that are fighting you. You find out that they're, you know, mythical Tanukis being transformed. It's just the weirdest thing, dude. I can't make this stuff up. So now we gotta fight another eel dude. Caleb has a really cool trick of taking these guys out. I haven't quite figured out how he does that, but he takes them out with a hit. I'm not quite sure how he does that, because it's some sort of exploit where he hits them as soon as they emerge on the screen, and they just go. Have you figured out how he does that, Jason? Yeah, Mystical Ninja's cool too. That's a cool game. But that's a big series as well. A lot of games that we didn't actually get. But yeah, Mystical Ninja on SNES is very cool. Now, I'm not the best at Launch Octopus either. I never really learned how to fight him. So, this is going to be kind of a shit show, guys. I'm sure he's super easy, but, you know. They had an anime that had a kid serial killer that would kill people, but forget, with a bat. Yeah, they do make some weird stuff, Brandon. Like, Japanese people are strange, but that's just, you know, the kind of stuff that they're into. I'm gonna sit back a little bit, kick back. So we just beat Launch Octopus. We can take Boomer. Boomer Kuwanger has one of my favorite songs in this game. I just think that this song in his stage is awesome. I'm definitely rusty. Oh my gosh. Ah. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I was going to look at my chat and just killed myself. Yeah, it's good stuff, dude. Oh, what in the world did I do? I pulled up Steam somehow. I hate computers. How in the world did I pull up Steam? Yeah, that was embarrassing. But we had to listen to this again. Hey. Ah, come on now. But Jason's on his way to his first baby, so definitely congratulate him for that. Proud of you, dude. You're gonna love it, man. And again, like I said, pray it's not a girl. Pray for a son. Or sons. Maybe it'll be twins. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Man, I have too. We're looking at our third, and I'm just so happy right now. I mean, my daughter's driving me nuts at the moment, and I'm like praying for another son. But I'm so excited to be having a third baby. I love the baby part, especially. The baby part is the best, and but I love my kids. Man, I'm kind of taking it on this level, dude. There's a way to get that without the boomerang, but I'm not going to mess with it. I've done it several times. And you can also build that platform and ride it out to get it. But I've done it where you can just dash and grab it. Oh, like I said, guys, I'm taking it. Yeah, babies are easy. Toddlers are hell on wheels. That is for darn sure. Dude, I am eating it on this level. Dude, and I needed those rockets for Boomer. Oh, what in the world am I doing, guys? Missiles, whatever you want to call them. But I need those for the Boomer fight. So, I don't know what in the world I'm doing. Da, 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 da. You didn't know you were going to get karaoke at the same time. Dude, that's a great idea. Chiptune karaoke. Let's do it. See, I knew there was genius in here somewhere, and chiptune karaoke is probably it. I don't know what's funnier about that statement, the fact that we figured out what causes babies, or that we're not doing the baby making anymore. But you know what? I just absolutely screwed the pooch on this. So I'm going to take a break, guys. I'll be back with you in just a moment. But before I go, I'm just going to take a quick break. Before I go, I want to put up... Give me just a second here. Leave you with some of my buddy Jason's musical talents here. Yeah, toddlers are, ugh. I think this is the one that I was using. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. This is some of Jason's musical work that he lent to me for my channel. So definitely check this out. He is a wonderful musician, and this is also where I learned with Cody how to do that punch turn, punch turn. This is pretty cool stuff. If you haven't seen this yet, I was pumped when I got this. Yeah, look at this, boom 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 boom. Yeah. But I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Thank you so much for joining me. Alright guys, I am back. Let me get rid of these stupid pop-ups that I've got. I don't know what the deal is with these pop-ups that I've got. I run antivirus very often, but I've got these pop-ups that I can't get rid of, and they're the stupidest thing. They're retarded. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys my Pretty Mario's Missing. This isn't an expensive game. This is not a rare game. This is very common, as you know, Jason. But I'm very happy to have a box for it, and I need one for my Mario's Time Machine as well. But I've got this guy now. I'm very happy. It does not have a manual or the inserts, and I bet you there's some pretty weird inserts for this guy. So, hey, take it easy, Jason. Thanks for joining me, dude. I really appreciate you. Let me get this guy open, because there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about before you leave, Jason. This is... it's kind of a heck of a deal. I never really realized this kind of thing would happen. So if you guys can see this, I don't know if you can, but on this package it says media mail subject to inspection, and of course they did. So my box kind of roughed up in this inspection, so I'm a little miffed about that. I never realized that would happen. Yeah, I wasn't watching the chat. My apologies. Good night, dear. I love you. Yeah, it's a heck of a deal, and I'm not super happy about it, but it wasn't in the best shape to begin with. You know, it's passable shape, you know, for my purposes, because, you know, it was used and loved. Let me see if I can get this in here the right way. I have a particular way I put these in box protectors, so I'm a little goofy about it. But, yeah, I was a little miffed about that. It kind of... But I bet you, since I don't have any inserts, I just got the box, and thankfully it did have the cardboard insert as well, which those aren't hard to get a hold of. I've bought a few of those for games, but there might be some kind of weird inserts that are with those Edutainment Mario games, so I'm a little worried about that. Speaking of USPS, oh, so they're just making sure that is actually media, print media, that sort of thing. Okay, that makes sense why they would do that, because we were like, what, you trying to figure out if we're smuggling drugs in our Super Nintendo game? Come on now. That makes sense though. But let's go back. I don't think I have any ammo still, so okay. That's weird, dude. Like, weird things happen like that. I hate computers so much. But, like I was saying, I'm out of ammo, so I'm just going to let this guy kill me. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Just make sure anytime that you see Super Nintendo games, especially, going to somebody else, just send them my way. But that's good, dude. I've heard that working for the mail service is a good place to work, so congrats, and you know, it should be a good life for you, because, you know, a lot of people retire with them and they live a good life, so that's good news, dude. But yeah, send the video games my way. That's a good way to get you screwed out of a good job. I need to stop using those because I need to save them for Boomer up here. You jerk! Quit doing that. But yeah, anytime you see like stuff going to, you know, what's the guy's name? I think he's so cool. Dang it, I can't remember his name. The admin that's very active, Joseph Lieberger. Anytime you see things going to him, just send them to me. You know, he doesn't need any more games. What's with all these dudes getting out right now? Like, I understand you, like, you've got a baby on the way and stuff, but, like, everybody's getting out of collecting right now. At least in our, you know, North American Super Nintendo's group where I met you. Everybody in there is getting out. But, you know, to me, I've heard it being about the money and stuff like that, and I can understand that. You want to kind of get back some of that money that you spent. I can understand that. But, like, you know, for me, it's never been about the money, or I wouldn't be doing this in the first place, because these prices are ridiculous, dude. I should have started collecting much earlier, but, you know, like I say, it's not about the money for me. It's about these things that I love, you know. Yeah, I'll be on for a little while, so if you can come back later on, definitely do. I appreciate you for joining me, Jason. You're an awesome dude, and I'm happy to have you here. But yeah, we'll catch you a little bit later on if you hop back on. And have a good night, sir. Brandon, you still in here, man? Brandon! Ah! Alright, so now we'll have a much easier time with Boomer Kwangar here. And like I said, I've never claimed to be great at these games. But I just love them. Ah! So there goes our no damage. We'll go ahead and start that over. Oh my gosh! Our daughter has been singing that lately. That's so funny. Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. That's so funny, dude. Our daughter has been way into that here lately. Dang it, there goes our no damage again. Screw it. Alright. That's so funny. Eating sugar, no papa. Telling lies. So now we can take out Sting Chameleon. But I'm starting to think that your family is our family, just on the other side of Texas. Corpus nice. I bet it's pretty. This guy's cool. I've always really liked this mini boss. The animation on him is really nice. Like, especially that smoke coming off him is so cool. But this is where we'll get the armor that halves our damage. So that'll help us out quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter loves that Johnny Johnny one here lately. It ain't bad. It definitely has some cool things. That's cool, dude. So we got an achievement for the body upgrade. That'll half our damage. So that'll be really helpful to us. And then, down here is another heart tank. Now, I've just got to remember how I do this. I'm pretty sure I take out all of these guys and dash jump up there. Ah! You don't just dash into the hole. Dang it, man. There we go. Yeah, that's how you do it. But do you remember playing Mario's Missing, Brandon? It's one of those, like, educational Mario games. There was that, Mario's Time Machine, and I've played both of those. I don't remember ever seeing Mario's early years. There's 3 of those on Super Nintendo as well, and they're like, you know, learning letters and numbers and stuff like that. I don't remember those from when we were kids. But I've got both Mario's Time Machine and Mario's Missing now, so and I believe those were the ones that were done by the same company. I think Mario's early years is done by another company. I may be wrong about that because I've never seen them. So Stinkmillion is... I know, dude. I wish we lived closer too. Like, with I don't even remember what I was trying to say, but like, Corpus is a little ways. But yeah, I wish we lived closer. But it's so cool to be in contact with you again. It's awesome, man. And it was so cool, like, talking to you about how, like, our life has gone, like, pretty much the same. Like, we've got some of the same touch marks. Like, we were talking about ICP. I was obsessed with them at that time, dude. And, like, we seem to have had, like, the same kinds of, like, things that went on in our life, even after we kind of went our own way. So, that's kind of weird, but it's so cool. Alright, so now we've got Sting, Chameleon Sting. We can take out Storm Eagle. And then we'll just do some cleanup, you know, getting the rest of the upgrades and stuff, and getting the Hadoken. Now, this heart tank is put in a cool place. I always thought this was cool, that this is how you get this heart tank. I just, like, finding this stuff was just so much fun. And the sub tank in this one is kind of in a neat place. But, like, finding where all this stuff was to begin with back in the day was just... It was awesome to me. It was just like a revelation in video games that, like, oh, you can hide this stuff that's going to make me more capable of beating the game all over it. And it's just cool. Head itched. Sorry about that. There's one of those hitches. I don't know what's causing that. Like, my computer is very beefy now. Like, this new computer that I got is, you know, it should be able to run this stuff very, very easily. I think I've just got something set up wrong. Or maybe these, like the CRT geometry, shader and stuff like that are taking more resources than I was than I understand, you know, and that's very possible. And also, I don't currently have my, you know, like, monitor that I'm using to play plugged into my video card. So that's probably a lot of it, because my monitor is VGA and my new video card will only do DVI and HDMI. So that's probably a lot of my problem, running off of the integrated graphics, and also running integrated graphics and my video card at the same time are probably pretty taxing on my system as well. So that's probably most likely what's going on here, but I'm going to get a DVI cable here pretty soon and get that fixed up. And I got a VGA to HDMI adapter a while back and didn't realize, it didn't cross my mind that you can't go from an analog signal into a digital one without some kind of active processing to, you know, process the signal from analog into a digital signal. It just didn't cross my mind, you know. I'm not a super technical guy, so And if you're not either, just know that you can't go VGA to HDMI into a video card like that without, you know, like processing the signal somehow. You have to have some kind of active adapter, which they do make, but, you know, I'll just get a DVI adapter because my monitor does also do DVI, so easy fix there. Not DVI adapter, excuse me, a DVI cable to go straight out of DVI on my monitor into my video card. But computers are just a stupid thing that drive me nuts. Trying to see if that chat box can be read. Yeah, you guys can't read that chat box either. That's such a bummer. I'll figure out how to put my chat box on screen with, you know, with it being legible at some point. But it's serving no purpose like that, that's for sure. Alright, so I've got all 4 tanks now. We're going to get, I think, what is the last heart tank, so we can get the Hadoken. I'm pretty sure this is the last one, unless I missed another one somewhere. I may have, and backtracking to figure out which one it was is going to be kind of fun. But I'm pretty sure this is the last one I didn't get. Oh, also in Boomer Kawanger. We have to go back to Boomer Kawanger and get that heart tank as well. But this heart tank actually was the hardest one for me to find. It's real close, but I had the hardest time finding it, man. It's because it's kind of hidden in plain sight. Give me just a moment. You're good, dear. The camera's right here. They're not gonna see you. I love you, sweetheart. What you needing? The camera is right here. Goodness gracious. Alright, so now we can go back to Armored Armadillo's level. We need to go to Boomer and get that last heart tank. And then I'll show you how to do this Hadoken trick. Alright, so this is the last heart tank we need. The way to do the Hadoken trick is you have to gather all of the upgrades, you know, your sub-tanks, your heart tanks. Oh, and we still have to go back to Flame Mammoth to get the gun upgrade as well, the Buster upgrade. Almost forgot that one as well. That one's a pain in the butt to get, guys. You're about to see me fail. But the way the Hadoken trick works is you have to gather all of the upgrades, being the armor upgrades, the heart tanks, the sub-tanks. You have to gather all that stuff up. You'll go to Armored Armadillo's level. You go to Armored Armadillo's level, and you have to do a sequence. I believe it's 7 times, but I've seen different figures, so I just keep doing it until the Hadoken is there, and I'll show you how that works. But I believe you do this sequence 7 times. I believe that's the most common answer I've gotten. And you get another upgrade capsule with Dr. Light that gives X the ability to do Ryu or Ken's Hadoken. I just say Ryu or Ken because they both use the Hadoken. I'm not saying that, like, you know, you can choose between those or anything. But you get a Hadoken, and you do it just like you do in Street Fighter. Down forward motion and attack. It's pretty cool. It's a neat little Capcom nod. Oh, wife had to go to the restroom. She didn't want to be seen by the camera. Silly women. So now we've got to go to Flame Mammoth and get the Buster upgrade. And this one's a pain in the butt to get, dude. I don't like this one. It annoys me because I fail like 15 million times before I get it every time. You would think as many times as I've done this, it wouldn't be so hard for me to get, but all the time this one kicks my butt. So what you have to do, and it'll make more sense when I get it as to what I'm doing here, is you can break these blocks with your helmet, but you have to get going first. Yeah, like that. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to get up there, and I mess it up like 15 times every time I try it. Excuse me. That was actually one of the faster times that I've gotten through that. There have been times that I've sat here for I don't know how long trying to get that. But now we should have all the upgrades. I'm pretty sure we have all the upgrades now. Yeah, so we can go back to Armored Armadillo and get the Hadoken. I stole my phone when I was asleep, took pictures of me while I was sleeping. Yeah, my kids do that sort of thing too. We had found some of Cody's photography here pretty recently ourselves. She had been taking pictures of me while I was sleeping as well. And another part of this trick that I forgot to mention just a minute ago is you have to have all of your... Okay, so I got that achievement for beating the classic bat enemy right there. That's from the classic Mega Man games. So there's an achievement for finding that as well. But like I was saying, another part of this trick to getting the Hadoken, is you have to fill all of your sub-tanks and have full life to do this as well. And I believe the maximum number of men lives, but you can get lives easily from that classic enemy there. So this is one of my favorite spots to grind for health and lives, because he will drop lives pretty consistently, and the other bats will drop health pretty consistently, as well as weapon energy as well. So if you're needing weapon energy, you can do that. And also the last piece of this trick, it's a little involved, this trick is, but the last piece of this trick is you have to go through on your last run. I just do it on all the runs because I don't know how the exact number that you have to do what it is. But on your last run, when you're going to get that Hadoken, you have to have full life. And I'll show you how to do that as well. The trick that I've picked up on doing it anyway. But yeah, this is my favorite grinding spot. You pretty consistently get health pickups. So I think that's just one sub-tank, yeah. So we've got to fill all 4 of those to get that Hadoken. And I think we'll stop playing Mega Man X when we get the Hadoken, because we've already been playing for an hour and a half. And there were some other games that I did want to play a little bit of tonight. So we'll get the Hadoken, I'll show you how that works, and then we'll play, I wanted to play a little bit of X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and I also wanted to play the Ninja Warriors. So we'll play a little bit of those. There's sub-tank number 2. We've got 2 more to fill. And then I'll show you how this trick works. So there's sub-tank number 3. Dang it, man. Just drop all the health. I don't think we're even... we're almost halfway there, so that's not bad. We'll be finished gathering up health and stuff soon. But this is a great spot to grind for lives and health. Alright, so there's all of our sub-tanks. Now I will show you how this trick works. It's a little bit later in the stage. So we're just going to run through this guy. Ah, you jerk. Alright, so that's the spot you're going to come in at every time you repeat this trick, because you have to do this, I believe 7 times is the number, but you have to have 4 full sub-tanks, full health, and, you know, max lives, all that sort of thing. You have to be pretty much maxed out. But what you're going to do is you're going to ride this track, this last track, and I'll show you how the full health thing works, how you keep your health until you get here. And where that health thing was will be another upgrade capsule that has the Hadoken move in it. So you're going to do this 7 times, jumping off into the hole after every time. And on the 7th time, you will have that Hadoken upgrade capsule. But the way you retain full health is you will take Armored Armadillo's move, or his weapon, and charge it up fully to this shield. And the shield will stop all your smaller enemies. Your larger enemies it will not stop. So I always just stand on this back edge back here, because those minor enemies that will not stop. So you just keep doing this until that Hadoken shows up. Like I say, I think it's 7 times. I've got to plug in my phone in. That way I can see you guys chat. My phone's trying to die. But yeah, sorry about my chat box there. I thought that was going to be readable, but it's clearly not. But I'll have that fixed before next stream. Got some audio abnormalities there as well. Like I say, I'll get that stuff figured out, but Retro Achievements is cool, so I really like playing this way. And it's a cool way to show off what you've done in your retro games. Like, I'll get an achievement for getting the Hadoken here. And it's just a cool way to show, you know, hey, I beat these games. I did this particular feat in this game. It's just neat. But like I said, you just keep repeating this process until the Hadoken capsule shows up there. Like I say, I think it's 7 times that you do this. I believe that's the number that I've heard most of. But yeah, those miner guys will knock you out of shield, so don't run into them. Okay, it's 4 times actually. My apologies. And you have to take that off to get the capsule to open. He's wearing Ryu's gi. He says, I give you a special present. Now enter the capsule, please. So after you receive that capsule, you have the Hadoken. And like I said, it's just like you would do it in Street Fighter. But isn't that cool? Really cool stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and escape this level. One thing to note, your password will not save the Hadoken. So keep that in mind. After you re-input your password, you're going to have to retrieve the Hadoken. So, like I said, we're going to stop there. I just wanted to show you how to get the Hadoken. And we'll move on to, I think I'll play the Ninja Warriors next. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back with you guys, and we'll play some Ninja Warriors on the Super Nintendo. It's an awesome game, guys. And we'll go ahead and loop the intro this time. That way you'll get to listen to Jason's awesome music and see my latest cool trick with Final Fight. Let me fix this. Okay. Woof. Save your ears there. Gah. I don't know what I did wrong there, but I did something wrong. My apologies. But, like I said, we're going to play some Ninja Warriors now. So, thanks for joining me, Brandon. You're awesome. Oh, this game is so cool. And I'm so bummed that, like, you guys had this game. And now it's $100. Oh, this intro. And there was really good music in this game, too. The Tyrant Banglar. Yeah, I've got to crank that up. Yeah. All right. Oh, this is so cool, man. Oh, yeah. We're going to go normal. And I always really liked Ninja and Kame Tachi. They were my favorites, but this chick is cool too. It's hard to pick. I'm going to go Ninja. He's the big, strong guy. Does a lot of damage. Yeah, yeah. And the enemies in this game are a little generic. Yeah. But, you know, it's still a cool game. You know, the enemies are just these generic soldier-looking guys, but this game still rocks, man. Yeah! Ah, you jerk. Yeah! I love the destruction in the background when you throw the guys up against that. It's really cool. Yeah. And I love how powerful your characters are. They just, especially Ninja, they just destroy these enemies. Ha He got me. Yeah. But this game is all about these group of cyborg ninjas that go tear these dudes up. I mean, there's not much more that you need, you know? What more do you need? Yeah, watch out. Oh, and I zoomed right into it that time. But you gotta watch out for those. They'll get you. And I walked right into that one. What I don't understand is you go in this building and these missiles are still coming down. It's kind of funny. But that one's really cool. It blows up that truck. Oh, it's so cool. I love this game so much. Oh, that was the wrong move. But you can see that super move down there. Pop that guy off. Oh gosh, kind of getting my butt kicked here a little bit. It's been a while since I've played this game. It's been a good little while since I've sat down and played this guy. I've played it since you guys had this game, but it's been a good little bit. That guy's gonna shoot me. Yep. Oh, it's almost over. Oh! And I've taken it. Yeah, this game is awesome. Ah! So we'll go ahead and switch to another character. We'll just go down the line. But Ninja was always my favorite. He's cool. This chick is awesome as well. She's fast. Ah, come on now. And she also, I'm trying to think, I feel like she does a bouncing move as well. Like she'll bounce off the guys when she kicks. I'm trying to think of how you do that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Psylocke in X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Which is also a cool game. We'll play that a little bit too. Ah, come on, dude. Yeah. So we got our first achievement there, finishing the first level. His head blows up. Oh, this game is so cool. Yeah. The music, like I said, is fantastic. I still need a copy of this one. This is one that I need to pick up. I wonder what the achievements are in this one. We're going to take a look and see what the achievements are. So, finish each of the levels. Steel on Bone, 700,000 points. Again, all the levels. Operation Finale is finish the game. 50,000 points. 100,000 points. 200,000 points. 400,000 points. Finish the game without losing a continue. We're not going to be able to do that. We've already missed that. Access the sound test and play the title song. So that's a cool achievement. Empty your blaster 30 times in one session. So if we use that super move 30 times in a session, we'll get an achievement. Parry 25 enemy attacks without taking damage. See, I don't know how to do the parry, I guess. Use Kinochi's energy check 20 times in one session. So you get a achievement for 20 times using each one's super move as well. Play an entire game without using a blaster. Finish the game as you can only play as each person. Clear stage 1 without losing a life on hard mode. Okay, so those are all hard mode achievements. Finish the game without taking the left path in the final stage. Finish the game taking the right path in the final stage. And finish the game on hard mode. So there's some pretty neat achievements in there. We'll try to do that one where we use this 20 times. And 30 times overall. But I'm not positive that I've ever finished this game. I'm not positive on that. Brandon, do you ever remember finishing this game? Okay, so we got that 50,000 points. Our next one is 100,000 points. Then 200,000 points. Then 400,000 points. And I believe that last one was 500,000 points as far as scores go. Oh, I did it before. Oh, that was devastating. He just tosses me. Yeah, I just don't remember ever beating it. But y'all did play it a lot more than I did. And we know that I suck at video games, so there's a great possibility that I just didn't have it in me to finish it. But we'll see if we can do it tonight. Dang it, man. So there's our second death. We'll go ahead and go down the line to our next character. And it seems like we have unlimited continues actually, so I had to have beaten this. It's just been so long. Yeah, he's pretty awesome too. I like that super kick that he does. He's also quick, and I believe he has a little bit more power than the chick does. This game is so cool, man. It just looks so good. You know, like, even with the generic enemy that I was talking about, it's just a really good looking game. It just looks the way that you want a game like this to look. Alright, here's our second boss. Yeah, he's cool, dude. The second boss is a little bit cooler. I forgot about this chainsaw guy. He's awesome. The way he comes in onto the stage, cutting that door open, so cool. Yeah! So did we get an achievement for finishing that stage? I didn't see an achievement pop, but I did look down at my... Yeah, we got it. Operation 2. I looked down at my chat. But, yeah, this game is so cool, dude. Fast fingers. Oh, that fire dude. Yeah, he spits fire. Oh, man. They will gang up on you, like... And that's the shame about this game too. This is also single player, like Final Fight for the Super Nintendo. Like, I feel like that was a missed opportunity to not give us multiplayer on this game. Like, this would be so much fun to play with a buddy. Yeah, I like Ninja 2. He's my favorite. He's badass. He's just the enforcer character. A lot of these guys he just takes out with one hit. soundtrack is so good. You know, in this playthrough, I'm inclined to agree with Billy. This guy rocks. Like, he's just quick enough to, like, get out of scrapes, but he's also got a little bit more power than the chick does. He's the good, well-balanced character, for sure. Oh yeah, and these screens come up. This is cool, man. Yeah. Oh, it won't hit him if he's not on the ground? Oh, that was lame. Oh, you blocked to do the parry. Okay, I understand now. There was an achievement associated with that parry, so I've got to look up and see what that achievement was again. Let's see if we can scrape it out. Maybe. Ah, that was so close. I've got to see what that achievement was for the parry now that I know how to do it. What was it? Okay, impenetrable wall. Parry 25 enemy attacks without taking damage. So, 25 parries will get us an achievement as well. Alright, so we're going to go back to the third guy because I'm digging him right now. I think he's cool. Can't parry fire. It doesn't work that way. Let that be a life lesson to you. You can't parry fire. we'll just go ahead and take this 25 parry achievement. Dang it, man. Because I think you have to do that 25 times without getting hit. Come on. There it goes. Dang you, dude! Ah, I wasted it again. Ah! Dang it, dude. Ah, there it goes again. Alright, we're gonna try this. Try this again. Alright, so I got that one. Used the blaster 30 times in one session. Now I just need to do it 20 times with each character. Should be getting pretty close with him because I've been using him most of the playthrough. Oh, big leg drop. I just noticed that that guy was wearing the same helmet as my character. This guy's really not too bad. You just kind of have to know what you're doing. You have to know his patterns and crap. Ugh! Alright, so there's level 3. Looks like the Cobra Commander on steroids. That's pretty good. G.I. Joe was the shit, dude. Man, those missiles, man. Oh, I didn't think that one was gonna get me. Dang it, dude. Did I just already get the achievement for his blaster move or what? Let me see here. 30 times. No, I have not gotten that one yet, so he should be getting it soon because I've been using him almost exclusively. Ooh, tank. Ah, this sucks. There we go, behind him. Those Street Fighter character dolls that yes, I had a Guile. It was awesome. Yeah, the larger ones. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Did you get those Street Fighter die-cast little figures when they were at Walmart here recently? I got a set of them. Like, it was the, you know, original 12 characters from Street Fighter 2. But those are really cool. They may even still have them at Walmart's now. But it was a little while back when I got them. But they were like, you know, like die-cast metal little figurines from the first Street Fighter 2. They're pretty cool. And I want to do a video in the future about some of my, like, little figures and stuff that I've got, because I've collected quite a bit of that sort of thing as well. I started with the World of Nintendo figures from Jakks Pacific, and I've gathered, you know, a bit of that stuff. I was really pumped when Amiibos came out, but then with, like, as expensive as they are, I just stopped. You know, I can't do it. They're too expensive for each Amiibo. But sometime I want to do like a video about like physical collectibles that I have, you know, books, stuff like that, that pertain to video games. Yeah, I remember y'all had Ryu. You had a Blanca? Man, I don't remember that. Was it cool? I remember I had Guile, and he had those dog tags and everything. It was cool. But yeah, if you see those Street Fighter die-cast little figures, they're really cool. I was actually really surprised to see them, like, you know, because it's Street Fighter 2 stuff. You don't see a lot of that, like, especially in like Walmart, you know, mainstream retail. But I was going through that Street Fighter Anniversary Collection stuff, and they were talking about, like, at the time Street Fighter 2 was released, there was a lot of merchandise. Like, they were showing off some of the stuff that was released around Street Fighter 2 that, like, I just didn't realize was out there, like, at the launch. But, like, they had t-shirts and coffee mugs and all kinds of stuff for Street Fighter 2. I'd like to have some of that stuff. Like, that would be cool. And I still need to do a video kind of showing off some of that Street Fighter Anniversary Collection stuff. I just haven't gotten to it. Video editing, like I said, when I started streaming so much, just takes up so much time, and it's you know, if I'm getting about the same returns and a little bit better in some cases from these streams that I just hop on and do, it's just not worth it for me. I mean, unless there's an audience out there, excuse me, unless I pick up an audience out there that wants to see more of that kind of stuff, I don't see the payoff. But I'm gonna do some videos here and there. I've got one for Ninja Baseball Batman that I'm working on, and I just haven't gotten it done. And my phone died. So give me just a second, I'll plug that guy in so I can see y'all's chats. Alan, what's up? Thanks for joining me, dude. We're playing some Super Nintendo games with retro achievements. This is the Ninja Warriors. This was an awesome game back on Super Nintendo. Awesome game. Alright, let me plug my phone in so I can see you guys' chats. My little chat window is just not, it's not big enough to read, and I'll get that fixed for my next stream, but that is not something that you can actually read. So my apologies, guys, if you guys wanted to use that. instead of having to like juggle a chat box and the stream at the same time. That's not going to work out for this stream anyway. Ah, you jerk. Don't forget, guys, I've got t-shirts down in the description. I went with a company called Teespring. I'm not going to say that I'm not pleased with them, but there's certain aspects of Teespring's business that I'm not like. So I'm looking at alternatives on that stuff, but I got my first t-shirt in today. No, it was yesterday, and sold my first t-shirt today to a guy that I worked with at Walmart. And they look cool. I was very pleased at the quality and the way that it looked. Very pleased with that. The thing that I don't like about Teespring is the amount of time that it takes to ship with normal shipping. I still have not received my t-shirt yet that I ordered for myself, and I believe I ordered it on the 3rd, and it's not supposed to be here till the 18th. So therein is my problem with Teespring. But other than that, they're cool looking t-shirts. I've got a t-shirt, a hoodie, a tank, and some stickers. So definitely check those out, guys. Like I said, the link is down in the description. But I'm ready to get my t-shirt in. They look so cool. It's got my logo on the front, and then on the back it's got, you know, like a YouTube logo and my URL to my channel. Very cool. I love them. I'm not happy about that shipping. That shipping sucks. And yes, you can pay more for expedited shipping, but it's like $7 more for that expedited shipping, and it's a racket, man. And also I noticed that because I purchased the expedited shipping on John's t-shirt so I could get it here. He was waiting to get paid, and he just paid me in cash rather than ordering it, and I ate that $7 because, you know, he was interested in t-shirt, and I was like, whatever, man, you know. So I got the expedited shipping. But what I noticed is that when you take the expedited shipping and that extra $7, my profit actually went down on that t-shirt. Like, they just Teespring themselves got more money on that deal, and I was just like, what? But you know, it makes sense. Teespring is doing all of the printing and shipping and storefront and all of that stuff for me. All I had to do was design the t-shirt, and, you know, they handle all of that stuff for me, which was definitely the advantage to doing something like Teespring. I just thought that they would get t-shirts out a little bit quicker than that. But it might even turn out to be a non-issue. I may just be being ultra picky, you know? but my phone's back up. I can get the chat back up. Oh, the music's so good, man. Oh, come on now. Okay, get back in here so I can see the chat. That one. I remember y'all had the Ryu. Oh, how weird. Like he had guns and stuff. That's so strange. He had a katana. That's so cool. And I didn't remember that they were actually G.I. Joes. I thought they were just Street Fighters. But they were actually G.I. Joes. Okay. That's pretty cool, man. Like, that's a... you know, that's a interesting crossover. Very cool. Thanks for sharing... Excuse me. Thanks for sharing that with me, Brandon. That's so cool. That's something that I had almost forgotten about. Oh, I remember this boss. He's so cool. Ugh. Oh, man. Ah! God, that guy kills me. Ah, dang it! That fireball from the ground is tough. Ah, you've got to be out of the way of it, or you're done. Ah, dang it, dude. Yeah, we did. And like, I know there were a lot of times like the T-Rex. I remember when that came out for Jurassic Park. Y'all got one, and like, you know, we were young, but I remember y'all got one, and I was like, man, I've got to have that. And like, I would bug my parents till I got it. And that happened several times. But I was kind of a dickhead kid. Entitled. Or I felt like I was anyway. Like, I even remember, like, taking stuff from y'all. What an asshole. Like, stealing toys. Ah, jerk face. But yeah, I was a dickhead kid. I don't think that was like ever my intention. I was just, you know, just a dickhead. Almost got him. Yeah! Yes, I do remember those. They had the little chunk of skin that you could take out of them. Yeah, those were cool. It's cool that Jurassic Park is cool again. Like, my son loves Jurassic Park right now. We've watched Jurassic Park, The Lost World, and Jurassic World several times in the last few days, and it's cool. Like, Jurassic Park still holds up, dude. Jurassic Park is awesome still, the original. And I like Jurassic World a lot too. Lost World I wasn't too into, but the original Jurassic Park is still awesome. But yeah, my son loves that stuff right now. Been watching a lot of Jurassic Park in the last few days. And he likes the new Jumanji quite a bit. I don't like Jack Black, so I can't do the new Jumanji at all. I just do not like Jack Black. He annoys the crap out of me. Come on, Mr. Robot Man. Come on. Oh, this is the dude. Like, that's the dude. This must be the end. Or at least these guys are before the end. God, they're going to be tough too. Yeah, I'm not going to get it on that try anyway. Yeah, they're going to be tough. Two of them. You haven't seen Jurassic World? Or are you talking about the new one? Jurassic World is fantastic, dude. I need to see the new one. We need to go see it. But the first one is awesome. It's the dude that played Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. And he does a good job. I think he fits really well. The Raptors are really cool. This new T-Rex thing is cool. He like camouflages himself. It's awesome. Or herself. Okay, you have seen it? Yeah, it's cool, dude. Yeah, we need to go see the new one. But we've been watching a lot of the first one. Dang it, those dudes are tough. Started out good. Yeah, we need to go see the new one. He's excited. We just haven't done it. And it may not even be in theaters around here anymore. Because that was, what, last month? So it may not even be in theaters anymore. We may have missed it. I don't know. Come on! And I think stuff comes to video a lot quicker nowadays. Am I wrong? I remember we would wait so long for things to come to VHS. But I think things come to like on-demand video pretty quick nowadays. I may be wrong about that, but this may be the point that I've gotten to and just been like, nope, not doing it. Because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm probably going to try it one more time after this, and then we'll go to X-Men Mutant Apocalypse and play that for a little bit. But I'm kind of thinking now that I'm playing this boss, this is probably the point in the game that I've gotten to and said, no, not happening. Yeah, I remember we waited forever for movies to come to VHS back in the day. Go on to X-Men Mutant Apocalypse because this seems like it's a little crazy. Maybe I've got him. Ah, dang it. Ah. Dang it, man. Dang it. I'm so close, though. Like, this is a much better try here. Ah! Ah, dang it. I'm so close. Ah! Come on, pull it out. Pull it out. Yes! Alright. Ninja Turtles. Yes, those Ninja Turtle toys, like, all of those were really cool. I remember, like, really loving the Ninja Turtles, man, when we were young. But yeah, those Turtles toys that would, like, fold up inside themselves into turtles. Oh, wait, I remember this level. I remember this level now. I might have finished it. I don't know. I don't remember beating it, though. Dang it. Ah! Gotta watch out for these missiles. But yeah, I remember this level. Maybe this is... I don't know, maybe I did beat it back in the day and I just never... Like, it wasn't very memorable, maybe. I don't know. We're about to find out. Because we're getting close to... Yes, I loved Power Rangers. After Ninja Turtles, I loved Power Rangers, dude. And I loved Power Rangers just a little bit too long. Yeah, I caught some hell for that. But yeah, I love the Power Rangers, dude. But yeah, I caught hell in school for liking the Power Rangers just a little bit past where I, you know, should have had toys and stuff like that. But I was always into, like, you know, like anything that had to do with, like, karate, martial arts. Like, I was always, like, way into that kind of thing, even though, like, I never really did anything like that myself. It was just it's just always been really cool to me. Power Rangers were like martial arts superheroes, so I was just like, oh yeah, this is cool. What? Okay, so I don't remember that enemy, so maybe I didn't make it this far in this level. But I remember the beginning of this level. Get your laser crap out of here. When is your head going to blow up? Ah, that's cool. The guy that played Tommy. Yeah, he's still like out and about a lot. I don't know his name. But yeah, he's still out and about Power Rangers quite a bit. But like when it got past, you know, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is where I kind of lost it, and where it was kind of like I was getting made fun of so much at school that like it was time to let Power Rangers go anyway. Yeah, I don't remember that enemy. Ah! Are we getting to the mandatory beat 'em up elevator level? Yep. Like I said with Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, if you've got a beat 'em up game, it has to have an elevator level. Like it's law. If your beat 'em up game does not have an elevator level, you're screwing up, man. You're screwing the pooch. But all the Double Dragons and stuff like that had elevator levels, so it has to be there. Jason David Frank. I think you're right about that. That sounds right. He's got 3 first names, though. Oh, you're gonna take the elevator out, huh? You're a cool enemy. I don't remember this guy, so I may not have ever gotten this far. Do you remember this dude? Ugh. Oh, this is rough. What? Gun dudes? Ah, screw your guns! I almost had a blaster. F you. Ah, freaking robots! No! No! Oh! Dang it, man. I was getting close. It was over halfway there. We'll give that another shot. Ah. Man, it's so much fun playing some Super Nintendo with retro achievements. Like, this is so cool. Let's see what we've got left. So we've got a few levels left. 2 levels left. We still need 200,000 points, 400,000 points, and ooh, it's 700,000 points. Okay. So, yeah, this is fun, dude. Like, retro achievements is awesome. It's a cool way to go back and play these games. It just adds a little bit more to it. It's like, I want to play these games anyway, but like, the added achievements is just awesome. Ah, you jerk face. Yeah, she did make me a White Ranger costume for Christmas, and she did do a really good job on it. She was way into stuff like that back then, like, you know, sewing and, you know, that sort of thing. But she did do a really good job on that White Ranger costume. Had the little triangle shoulder pad thing and everything. It was awesome. Ah! Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this guy. Dang it, dude. Ah! Dang it! Ah! So much closer that time. But I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I wish I knew what was wrong with that little break sequence that I had going on last time that screwed up. But I'm going to play it once. Maybe it won't like play on top of itself this time. Let's take off loop, and that way it'll play once. But I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in just a moment, and we'll try to finish the Ninja Warriors. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. You don't remember that? Yeah, I did that a couple times. And y'all caught me a couple times. I was an asshole, dude. Did that a couple times. And y'all caught me. I was straight up asshole when I was a kid, man. But I think I figured out what I did wrong with that, so I'm going to try to fix that right quick. And see if this fixes it. Excuse me. Alright, let's see if this fixes the problem. So I'm going to play this and see if this fixed my issue. I figured out what the issue was there. I was outputting and monitoring to the same source, so that's why it was playing twice. So I've got that sorted out now. We're gonna try this Ninja Warriors one more time, and then we'll move on to X-Men. And yeah, like, it's cool, like, looking back at the past and, like, the stuff that we used to be into, and, like, stuff that, like Super Nintendo and Ninja Warriors like this right now, like, that is still very important, you know? It's so cool. And, like, seeing my son, like, love Jurassic Park has been really cool. You know, like, he's been way into that stuff here lately, and, like, I can remember, like, when Jurassic Park came out when I was a kid, I remember, like, being the same way that he is about it. And it's just a cool thing, dude, like, especially when it relates to your kids and, like, seeing them appreciate the things that you appreciated as a child is just a cool thing, dude. Ah, dang it, man. This is rough. Doing a little bit better this time. Let's see what happens. Ugh, robots happen. Ah, dang it. Dang it, man. Ah, still didn't get it. Dang it! Yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on to X-Men Mutant Apocalypse now. But Ninja Warriors is cool, man. I like that game a lot. I will definitely go back to that and try to get more of those achievements. But let's move on to X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. This is another one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. So, have you ever played this one, Brandon? I know I had it for a little while, but I don't know if we ever played a lot of this together. Music again. This 90s Capcom games music is always fantastic. I like Wolverine. I'm going to start with Wolverine. Yeah! But there's also a lot of like, I don't know, like I feel like the same people that made Mega Man X made this guy, because there's a lot of like the same feeling in this game, and then there's also a lot of like hidden stuff in this game like Mega Man X has. But like, it feels a lot like Mega Man X. It sounds a lot like Mega Man X. I feel like a lot of the same people worked on this game. Yeah, this game is so cool. Wolverine has always been one of my favorite, like, I'm not a big superhero guy, but when it comes to superheroes, the X-Men were always, you know, what I was really into. And, you know, this is very much like the X-Men animated series that I used to watch on Saturday mornings. I know we watched the crap out of that, Brandon. And this is a lot of, gosh, this dude's gonna take me out. This is a lot of that feeling. To me, anyway, it feels a lot like the animated series. And I know we watched the crap out of that. That guy almost took me out, dude. To the point to where I don't know if I'm gonna finish this level. I mean, this boss is pretty easy. This boss is pretty easy. Yeah. But that mid-boss was killing me. So I got defeat first boss without taking damage. That works out. There was probably an achievement for... so I got the 3 life parts. I'm not sure that I got all 3 life parts there, though. I think I kind of somehow ended up with that one through a bug. But I'm not complaining. But everybody's got their own special moves. It's cool, man. This part sucks. I hate this part so much. I mean, it's easy to see where they're going to show up, but at the same time, it's just difficult. And I was hoping that I would get through that without taking damage, because I bet you there's an achievement tied to that as well, but didn't do it that time. Yeah, Batman animated series was really good too back then. I don't know what it is, but I just never really connected with Batman in the way that I did X-Men. But I think it was mainly because I just didn't really care for superheroes in the first place. I was never a big, superhero guy. I remember I had some X-Men trading cards at one point, and I thought those were really cool. I missed that stupid life part. But comic books were never really my thing. I had a few, but they were so few and far between that it just... And anytime comic books were around, there were video game magazines too. So I was the kind of kid that would much rather have the video game magazine than the comic book. And video game magazines, dude, I missed them so much. GamePro, I loved GamePro. Do you remember GamePro, Brandon? Oh, that thing was so cool. And Electronic Gaming Monthly was good. Nintendo Power, of course. I wish I still had some of that stuff, dude. But they got torn up. You look through them looking for codes and stuff. Because cheat codes. That's another thing that you just don't really see anymore. Grand Theft Auto kind of keeps it alive, the cheat code. But for the most part, you just don't see cheat codes anymore in video games. And that was such a big part of video games to me. I don't know if I'm going to get through this one. Oh, man. Oh, it was so close. Oh, yes. That was so close. But yeah, I loved me some GamePro, dude. But I don't know. I wish I would have kept that stuff. It bums me out that I didn't. Okay, so I'm glitchingly getting the 3 life parts. I'll have to report that to Retro Achievements as well. The person who did the achievements on this game. There was another game. What was it? Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. When you would complete boss fights with full health bars, you would get an achievement. And because you could die and then start with a full life bar to get that achievement, I felt like that was a little wonky. Excuse me. But the guy said that that's just the way the game is designed. It's designed to where it's tied to your vitality when you finish a fight. So that's just the way that's got to work. There's no way to, fix that. And it makes sense if you look at the way your score is tallied at the end of a fight. It caches your remaining life at the end of the fight. And it makes sense. But I'll have to report this one as well. The fact that it's just giving me the achievements even if I haven't gotten all 3 life parts. Ah, you jerk face. Beast has always been a cool character too. The way he clings to the ceiling, that's so cool. I believe there's a life part over here. And I think I can get all three of Beast's life parts. Pretty sure I've been doing that since I've been playing it. But some of theirs are... oh! I don't know if I'm going to finish this one. Nah. Yeah. I don't remember the Spawn animated series. I'm sure I saw it, you know, but I don't remember it. I remember the friggin' Spawn movie, and I remember thinking that it was really cool back then, but I watched it here recently, and oh my gosh, that's a turd of a movie. John Leguizamo's just a little too goofy for that part. Unless that's what that clown part is. You know, unless that's what that character is. But I don't remember it being that goofy. You know? But no, I don't remember the Spawn animated series. But yeah, the way John Leguizamo played that part is just way over the top now that I look at it. And he also ruined Super Mario Brothers movie. I mean, well, I can't say that he ruined that movie. That movie was pretty garbage to start with. But there were some, you know, video game movies that were pretty cool. Like, let's see here. Mortal Kombat's not bad. I mean, it's got its problems. Like, one of the things that I hate about the Mortal Kombat movie is, after watching it fairly recently, is that the fact that, like, in the fights, the guys, like, literally, like, wait for the other guy to do their move. And, like, it's a little, like, goofy looking. But, like, you know, the generic guys that they're fighting through that movie. The guys that they're fighting in that movie, they just kind of, like, I don't know, they wait for the other guy to do their move, and it comes off really weird. But other than that, the Mortal Kombat movie's not bad. I read something very recently about a Mortal Kombat movie series reboot, and you know, some of the stuff that they were, like, saying about it was just really strange to me. Like, I read, like, a character synopsis, and the main character is some, like, original character, and it doesn't sound, like, super interesting. Liu Kang and Kung Lao are in it. Apparently, Kung Lao is Liu Kang's brother now, and he's mute, and it's just weird to me. It just sounds strange. But who knows? Maybe they'll pull it out. I will give anybody the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, who's to say that that movie ever comes? You know, we've heard talk about a Metal Gear Solid movie, and that was something that I was pretty interested in. But that that was years ago that was being talked about. That was around the Phantom Pain, I want to say, and I feel like there were people that were like, since Kiefer Sutherland is playing Big Boss now, like, why can't we do a movie? With Kiefer Sutherland as Big Boss. And I don't know if that was, the actual intent of that relationship or anything like that, but you had to have thought that was kind of what was going on there, but I don't know if that movie's ever coming, the Metal Gear Solid movie. We've heard stuff about an Uncharted movie. My wife even mentioned something, that she had saw something that they're like, oh, they're making an Uncharted movie, and I feel like that's gone on for years as well. I feel like I've heard stuff about that for years. But, the Street Fighter movie, as goofy as it is, I feel like that's a pretty good movie. I may like Street Fighter enough to where I'm able to see past some of that stuff, but I thought it was humorous in a way that made sense. There was that section where they're tearing up the Shadaloo base, and they're watching it on the monitor, and Zangief is like, quick, change the channel, because he thinks it'll make it go away. And I thought that was humorous for the sake of, it's kind of a humorous thing. But I didn't think that was super goofy, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm so close to Street Fighter, it's so close to my heart that I was able to like forgive some of its shortcomings. It is very possible. I mean, I like the Double Dragon movie. That one is goofy, but for whatever reason, I liked it. I have not seen that one in a while, though, so I need to see if I can find that on Amazon Instant Video and give that guy a go. Mortal Kombat was on Netflix not too long ago, and we watched Mortal Kombat, and I was just like, oh. But it's a good movie. But those fight scenes, oh my gosh. Even that fight between, what was it, Scorpion and Johnny Cage was just kind of, I don't know, it didn't come off right to me. But that iconic scene where they're in that grove of trees still looks really good. But, the fight choreography, for whatever reason, just doesn't come off right to me anymore. Yeah, maybe it could have been cast better. Yeah, I remember Ryu being a little bit weird, and things like that. E Honda was a little strange. He wasn't, I don't know, he just wasn't as big as I would want E Honda to be. He was a big dude, but like, he wasn't a sumo wrestler. It wasn't he like Hawaiian kind of? Like, E Honda to me is very Japanese. Like, I feel like they made it a point in Street Fighter 2 to make E Honda very Japanese, and E Honda just didn't give me that vibe. DJ was a weird inclusion in the movie because there wasn't a whole lot of that whole new challenger stuff. Cammy was there, but she wasn't really like, she wasn't who she was. Van Damme was cool, Van Damme as Guile, that was kind of cool. But yeah, some of the casting choices were a little bit weird. The part that Raul Julia did for M. Bison is, you know, very much made fun of for the ham that he put on it. But you know, I feel like he did a pretty good job with it. You know, he took something that was, you know, kind of goofy to begin with, and because Street Fighter to me is like stereotypes, you know. You've got the Japanese karate guy in Ryu, and you know, Ken is really just a palette swap. He's just the American karate guy. And then you've got the American soldier, Guile, and you know, Blanca's the weird jungle man, and Dhalsim is the yoga master. It's stereotypes, and it was done very well in a way in the games I'm talking about. It was done in a way that, you know, those characters were so recognizable outside of Street Fighter 2, and they just became, you know, their own thing. So I feel like, you know, yeah, the characters could have been more that, but at the time, I don't think those people that were making the Street Fighter movie were as aware of what Street Fighter 2 was, you know. Ah, there goes my no damage. Love these guys that come up out of the water. They're cool. Much better going this time. Alright, so that's that. Psylocke is another one of my favorite characters in this game. She's just cool. She's very ninja-y. But what are some other video game movies that were actually, you know, decent? I know there have been a few that have been, you know, decent. There was a Tekken movie in the late... it probably wasn't even late 90s. It was probably early 2000-ish. I think I was in high school when I watched that one. And it's not bad. I thought it was actually a pretty cool movie. I mean, it's very generic and it's hard to, you know, like... you would be hard-pressed to just look at it and say, oh, this is a Tekken movie. But it was a pretty cool, like, kung fu movie. Trying to think of what some other video game movies were. Like there was, I know there was a Max Payne movie. I don't know if I ever watched that. Even really, you know, being a fan of Max Payne, I don't think I ever watched Max Payne. You know, there were the Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie. I don't think I watched those either. I didn't start off as a Tomb Raider fan. Like, I remember seeing Tomb Raider back in the day, like the original Tomb Raider games, and just being like, oh, early 3D to me in general was just kind of, ugh. You know, it just didn't look good. Because, you know, I'd come from these really stylized, pretty 2D games, and early 3D, man, was gross. It was bad. Like, I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people about this, and a lot of people were, you know, they're just like, well, it was 3D though, you know, it was cool, but like, I don't know. I remember looking at a lot of it and just being like, oh, this is gross looking. But you know, there were games that were good enough to actually see past that, like Mario 64. I love. And, you know, I was able to see, you know, that game for what it was worth, you know, even being the very ugly polygons and stuff, but... there goes Psylocke. But, like, early 3D gaming, you know, Ocarina of Time, ugh, garbage-looking game. Like, original Ocarina of Time, go play that game, dude. It's terrible looking. Terrible looking. I really like this new Ocarina of Time 3D on the 3DS, though. That's a very good looking game. There was another 3D game on the place. Good sleepy. On the PlayStation that I did really like, though. It was, you know, really ugly polygonal, called RoboPit. That was a fun game. What it essentially was a fighting game with robots in a, you know, pretty much completely three-dimensional space. But the hook of this game was that you had your robot and you would fight other robots and you would gain money that you could buy different parts with, and it's just a lot of fun. I need to find a copy and show it to you guys. Did you ever play RoboPit, Brandon? It was a PlayStation 1 game. It may have also been on Saturn and, you know, stuff like that as well. But I played it on PlayStation 1. And it was cool. It was real cool. And I don't hear people talk about it. It's weird to me because I don't think it was a bad game. You know, I don't think it was bad at all. I just think that it was it was pretty, like, you know, obscure even then, but I don't think it was a bad game. Yeah, not a lot of people talk about RoboPit. It's a cool game. And it's ugly as hell, too. But where I'm going with this is that, you know, there were early 3D games that, yeah, were fucking butt ugly. But they were so fun that... And their 3D-ness was essential to that game, and their 3D-ness was part of that fun. That it was easier to overlook some of the glaring, you know, just ugliness of it. But yeah, Tomb Raider was one of those that I was just like, you know, I don't. I'm getting sleepy, guys. I'm sorry. I don't like this game enough. I don't like the gameplay. I don't like the environments enough to, you know, get past how ugly this game is. But, I don't know. I've droned on long enough, and I'm failing at X-Men. We got through 3 of the characters. 4. 3. Sorry. We got through 3 of the characters. We'll play Mutant Apocalypse again sometime. I had a lot of fun playing Super Nintendo with Retro Achievements tonight. This will definitely be something that I do in the future. I actually kind of wanted to call it Thursdays. You know, maybe Throwback Thursdays or something like that. And, you know, it could tie into the Retro Achievements theme. And, you know, they have all kinds of stuff. They have NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, which Sega is not one that I've really traditionally been into, but there are a few games like Streets of Rage. Shinobi 3 is one that I really dig. So, you know, I may start every Thursday, you know, doing Throwback Thursdays with Retro Achievements, and, you know, just playing a bunch of games and racking up as many achievements and leaderboard hits as I can. So that is a great possibility, especially after doing this tonight and, you know, playing through some of these games and, you know, just playing around with some of these games. This may be something that I do on a weekly basis. I'm going to try it again on Thursday. We may, like, pick you know, a smaller number of games and kind of focus in a little bit heavier on them and see how that goes, and just kind of throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, you know, and see what the best flow is for something like this. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Brandon, you're awesome. It was wonderful hanging out with you and, you know, talking about our past and toys and TV shows and movies and stuff. It's cool, and I love that I'm able to do this and, you know, hang out with you guys. And it was cool to see Jason in here for a little while, and I hope that we can continue to grow, you know, like, I hope I can continue to grow this community, and, like, we have, you know, people with all sorts of different opinions on different games, and, you know, like, we can even talk about other stuff, but, you know, all I care about is video games. But it's just cool to be able to connect with you guys while playing a video game and, like, you know, trying to make some cool, like, visual stuff for you guys. And I don't know, it's a really cool thing, and I really appreciate you guys that hang out with me. Brandon, you've been so supportive, and I thank you so much, dude. And, like, it's just really cool, even beyond, like, you know, if Beat 'em Up Joe's is ever, you know, successful or whatever. Beyond that, this is just fun, and it's just a cool thing to be able to do. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. We'll catch you next time on Beat 'em Up Joe's. Brandon, good to see you again, dude. Have a good night.